Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and welcome to day 34 of our 100-day countdown to the best version of ourselves in the new year. I am just getting this done right before midnight. Like, that's the way my life is running right now. It's all necessary. I don't know if I could manage my time a little better, maybe. But I just want to make sure that I'm accountable to our little group right here and make sure I get all my 101, because you know I miscounted. So my 101 videos to the new year and the best version of ourselves. So you know what? I was thinking, what is the best version of myself? Do you know what the best version of yourself is? Can we show up on New Year's Eve and ring in the new year with an understanding of what that looks like? I was talking yesterday about the importance of visualizing and getting a picture of what it is you intend. Well, what does best version look like, right? So for me, I decided, sometimes we make our goals just way too big and it's hard to measure, what it is that we're trying to show evidence of. So I tried to limit myself to three things, kind of three categories. So the first one was I was thinking, I want to be accountable to me. So when I make empty promises, certainly to civilians, but to myself, when I promise again and again that I'm going to eat properly, that I'm not going to binge, that I'm going to stay off of trigger foods like sugar and empty carbohydrates, and then I break that, or even as I'm saying it and proclaiming it to the universe, I already know I'm lying and already have the intention to break it, how can I trust myself? How can I be comfortable in my own mind and body? And if that's true, I certainly can't serve others. So in the new year, if I showed up knowing that I had been trustworthy, consistent, and honest within myself, that'd be awesome. That's a goal. Another one is my accountability to the planet, meaning that I'm choosing to not only eat non-animal products, and that's been a challenge, but I'm getting that down. But to extend it to not use products that abuse animals. And some of that is a bummer for me because, I'll color my hair, and I think it's getting less gray naturally, but I'll color my hair with Revlon. And Revlon for a long time said in the United States that it was animal, cruelty free. But it turned out in other countries like China, where they are required to test on animals, they still do it. So how can I justify that? And even worse, oh my gosh, my whole family has these radiant smiles, and I've never had a cavity. Hi, no cavities, praise God. But it turns out that Crest test on animals, at least it says Crest is not cruelty free, which either it supports funding on animals or may even test on animals. My sister kind of joked that the animals must have beautiful teeth. I wish that were true. It's stuff like their eyes and ridiculous things and tragic. So I'm going to finish my last tube of Crest and trust the Lord to keep taking care of my mouth. And let me see what the third thing was. So I was honoring the planet, honoring myself. How else would I know? I guess the third thing is, and again, it's how I choose to live anyway, because I do try and be generous to people I don't even know. Always finding that needy person on the street and giving them whatever I can. Being the yes girl, not to a fault, not like a codependent nightmare, but when people ask for something, I generally say yes, if even for a moment I either have it or have a moment to give, I give it. So I'm pretty good about all of that. But I was thinking, how else can I be proud of myself in the new year? Well, just accepting myself. I often talk about how I am insecure, I put myself down, I have gigantic expectations and would rather fail than people recognizing me failing and stuff like that. If I could just be accepting of exactly who I am and where I am in that moment, the grace of living in the present, that would be tremendous. That would be the best version of myself. So I'm going to say that out loud, those three things. One, I am going to be honest with myself and have integrity when promising the universe certain behaviors. I am going to continue to reduce my footprint on the planet. by using less, donating more, and not abusing animals or using cruelty products. And I am going to be accepting of myself wherever I am at, and knowing that there's only one of me in all of time, and only this day in all of time. And I need to get on board with rejoicing in that. Okay, so those are my goals. How about you? How are you going to know that you're the best version of yourself when the new year rings in? As always, if you're just joining us, you are right on time. There's never a better moment than to start health now, to start great goals now, and better yourself. So welcome. And for people who have been here throughout, I'm thrilled. Let's continue our journey. And until we talk again, I bet you know it, be blessed.